Hidden behind this suitcase is a mystery football kit that is about to control my life for the next few hours. My friends at St. Gallo have sent us out a random footballing kit of their choice, and they've told me they're gonna make a challenge for me depending on what kit it is. All right, let's find out what it is, lads. Are we gonna see the second we open it up? There is a kit and there is a letter. I assume I'm meant to look at the letter first. Jared, the team at St. Gallo love what you're doing, but we think it's time for a huge challenge. We have sent you a kit of our choice, and wherever this kit is from, you can only sign players from that club's continent. Oh God, St. Gallo, please be kind to me. To make things harder, you have one season to win a Champions League or else you fail. We'll let you choose the club, but financial takeover is not allowed. Good luck. Love the team at St. Gallo. St. Gallo, if you've made this difficult, the love might not be replicated. All right, we'll chuck this to the side. We need to see what continent this club is from. And knowing St. Gallo, they sell some of the most unique jerseys from the biggest clubs around the world that you haven't heard of. So I'm expecting a tough challenge. All right, in the suitcase, I see green and white. I do not recognize any of this, lads. All right, let's put the suitcase on the ground. Also, I should clarify, St. Gallo doesn't ship their kits in a suitcase. I just got my girlfriend to put it in there for dramatic effect. Who do we have here? Verdez FC. Verdez FC, where are they from? They are from Belize. Verdez FC is a Belizean association football club from the Premier League of Belize. They're currently coming first in the Belize League as well, just one loss all season. And lads, Belize is in Central America. So we're gonna have it that we can only sign players from CONCACAF. That is basically North American football. St. Gallo, you might have just made my life a little bit more difficult. Let's go chuck on the kit though. All right, here we go, lads. The fresh kit from St. Gallo is on Verdez FC from the Belizean Premier League, but we now have to sign players only from CONCACAF. I mean, I suppose St. Gallo were nice when they said we could use a club of our choice. It would make sense to go for one of the big clubs that has a crazy amount of money, like a Manchester City. But where's the fun in that? I think I'm gonna go, I know what club I'm gonna go for. We need to go for a club that is in the Champions League, because that, of course, is our objective. But since we're going for CONCACAF players, we may as well go for a club that already has one of the highest rated CONCACAF players in their squad, and that is AC Milan with Christian Pulisic. Although, I just remember they're in the group of death. That might make life 10 times more difficult, because we'd have to get out of a group with PSG, Dortmund, and Newcastle, which isn't a guarantee. I could go for PSV. They've got Serginho Dest, but they're in a tough group as it is. I mean, maybe we go for Bayern Munich. They've got Alphonso Davies. Yeah, actually, I think that's the move. Let's go Bayern Munich. Sorry, AC Milan, I'll have to do a rebuild for you guys some other time, but Bayern Munich have Fonzie. They've got a bit more money and they've got an easier group. This is just about the only thing in our control in this video, so I'm going to take every inch I can there. It might take a minor miracle for us to complete this challenge. I've got to be cutthroat though, lads. Every player that isn't from a CONCACAF nation, I am throwing on the transfer list, and I'm going to be trying to get as much money in as possible so that we can sign basically every... Oh, let's not throw Fonzie on the transfer list, but we are going to have an absolute miracle run if we are any chance here. And I mean, I got to do it while I'm doing the transfer listing here. I've got to pull one of the only CONCACAF players on this roster back, Malik Tillman, rejoining us here at Bayern Munich. Every non-CONCACAF player is on the transfer list. Let's get into our one season of business. No surprise, we're going in for the top brass from the start. Cheeky little Keylor Navas here. Can we get him for about £1 million? That would make life a lot easier. Getting Keylor Navas in, PSG accept. Now we submit a contract offer and wait to get the highest rated CONCACAF player. Also, I need to see, lads, are there any players from Belize in the game that we can sign? There are no players from Belize in EAFC 24. EA, what are you doing? Take care of the lads. I'm definitely glad St. Gallo didn't challenge us to rebuild the nation of Belize, because we would have had to go youth academy only. First player is in here, ladies and gentlemen. It is Keylor Navas. He joins us from PSG as our starting shot stopper, the Costa Rican. But the clean out begins, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas Muller packing his bags as he is off to Inter Milan. But we're going to make a huge signing up top. This could probably happen in real life. Santiago Jimenez joining us from Feyenoord. We do pay £35 million for his services. Got to use the free agents to our advantage. Two of Mexico's highest rated players are free agents. Henry Martin and Luis Chavez are both going to join us on frees. Mazrui is out of the club. We managed to get £40 million for his services. Zvonarek gone. This one hurts, lads. Matthias de Ligt is out of the club. He's off to Real Madrid, which is an absolute kick. And on the next day, Jamal Musiala goes to Chelsea. We're going to have so much money. We didn't even need a financial takeover. But lads, I do want to say a big thank you to Sangalo for sponsoring today's video. They are the legends that challenged us to this rebuild. And Sangalo's whole mission is to promote some of the biggest clubs around world football that you haven't heard of. They have told me that Verdes FC is one of the newest teams they have on the website, but they have teams from every corner of the globe. I'm talking Singapore, Africa, India, and they are only going to have this Verdes FC kit on the site for a limited time. So go and make sure you cop yours today. First in, first serve. Thank you to Sangalo for sponsoring today's video and sponsoring the channel as per always. Always a pleasure working with you lads. Let's get back into this challenge and see if we can complete it and tank Sangalo down. I'm trying to sign Irving Lozano, and PSV have just come to us. They're like, yeah, we'll sell you Lozano if you give us Chavez, the Mexican player you just signed. You could have asked for just about anybody else, PSV, and I would have been interested. Nobody's safe. Not even backup goalkeepers like Ulrich. We have bagged ourselves a new star player though. Irving Lozano is going to be joining us from PSV. The Jamaican centre-back Ethan Pinnock is going to join us from Brentford. I genuinely don't hate the team we're building right now. Jonathan David is somebody I would sign in career mode normally. We're going to bring the Canadian striker in. And I'm not only going for the wonder kids from the United States, Canada, and Mexico. We're also going to get Levi Garcia here, the Trinidad and Tobago striker, is going to join us as a squad player. Everything in my body hates that I'm doing this right now. We have sold the wonder kid, Matthias Tell, the French wonder kid. That's the keyword, French, to Frankfurt. I almost took over AC Milan for this man, so it only makes sense that we go ahead and bring him in here at Bayern Munich. Christian Pulisic back in the Bundesliga, this time at Bayern Munich. And a huge addition here to the midfield and defense, Edson Alvarez joining us. Okay, we cannot let this happen. This is an absolute crisis. Real Madrid have come in here and activated the release clause of Alphonso Davies. He is the reason why we went to Bayern Munich. We need to get this man a new contract immediately. I will give him all the money in the world. Money is not an issue at this point. Just get rid of that release clause. Extension, 3 years, perfect. Disregard release clause, perfect. You know what? Let's almost double his wages. He's on 54K right now. We're bumping it up to 100K, and Fonzie accepts it. Perfect. If he ended up going to Real Madrid, I might have just cried. Exactly the email I was hoping to get. Transfer talks have ended. A lot of these transfers might come back to bite us in the behind come Champions League time. Serge Gnabry off to Liverpool. If I was trying to be picky though, I would only sell to clubs not in the Champions League. But then again, I would not be able to sell many of the top players. Oh, every time I see one of these top players walk out of the club, it just hurts. Sangalo, what are you doing to me? Manuel Neuer is going. Oh, this is just so wrong on so many different levels. And the fact we only got £2 million for him makes me shudder. We're going to sign a striker from a country I have never heard of. It is in Central America. Geraldo Becker is from Suriname. Suriname. I want to check out where this country is though. Oh my God, this is in South America. So FIFA's done me dirty when I was putting in all the Central American country. It came up with Suriname as one as well. Is Suriname in CONCACAF? They're one of the founding members of CONCACAF. Okay, we're chilling. Interesting. They're in CONCACAF because travel's cheaper and shorter to Caribbean nations instead of going into South America. For a second there, I thought we were going to have to release you, Geraldo. A big boy signing here. Giovanni Reina is making the move like so many other players from Bayern Munich, or from Borussia Dortmund rather, to Bayern Munich. We have killed two birds with one stone with this transfer though, because we have had a straight swap here for Konrad Lehmer. Dyer Upamecano out of the club, and so is Kingsley Coman off to Crystal Palace. Imagine the scenes if that happened in real life. Another addition to the backline here though, as Cesar Montes is joining us. One of the few remaining stars from the original Bayern squad is gone. Leroy Sané, see you later mate. Doesn't help our chances, but he's off off to Barca. I'm just throwing darts at a dartboard at this point. Tyler Adams, Hector Herrera, Andre Blake, and Stefan Estequillo all joining us here as our final CONCACAF signings. We have got such an interesting challenge ahead of us. St. Gallo have put us into a tough spot. I'm not gonna lie, if we did a long-term rebuild using this challenge, we could honestly get it done. We've got some absolute studs, but man, one season's gonna be tough. Let's see how we go with Bayern Munich here in the Champions League. And yes, for every other player that we couldn't sell that isn't from a CONCACAF nation, I'm gonna be releasing them straight away. Sorry, Harry Kane, you broke your ribs and now you're out of the club on the streets. All right, Choupo-Moting, we can't release him because he's retiring at the end of the season, so you're gonna have to be, can you change your nationality like America or something just for the season, mate? Challenge number 1 though is to get out of this Champions League group. If we don't, then it's all over. Match day 1 at home to Manchester United. I know Man United are a bit of a basket case in real life right now, but how are they gonna go against us? They are still a basket case. We win our first game. Tyler Adams and Fonzie. Keep the good times rolling, lads. Away in Copenhagen, taking on FC Copenhagen, and we get a draw. Still undefeated in the group stages. On the road in Istanbul, taking on Galatasaray. A win here would set us up perfectly for the second half of the group stages, which we do. Jonathan David gets a goal. He misses a penalty, but Fonzie bags himself another goal. We are in a much better position than I expected. St. Gallo, maybe you've done us good here. Maybe you've done us good. The lack of squad depth and stamina starting to get to us. Can we get another win here in the reverse fixture against Galatasaray? No, we do not. Mauro Icardi bags a brace against us, and we have our first loss in the Champions League group stages. And with 2 games remaining in the group stages, everything is neck and neck. We need a win here against Copenhagen. I don't want it to come down to the final day against Man United. Come on, lads. Please get it done here at home against FC Copenhagen. We drew against them last time and we beat them this time. David Rayner. That is massive. Here's to hoping Man United took down Galatasaray. They did. Come on, we might be through. We're through to the knockout rounds, and a win here in the final game against Man United would see us top Group A, which would be huge. Here goes nothing, lads. For top of the group with the CONCACAF All-Stars, we do it. Christian Pulisic, the LeBron James of soccer, is going to get us top of Group A, which is something I did not expect to be saying, to be totally honest. We actually might do it, lads. I honestly thought we had no chance when I started this challenge. I thought St. Gallo had screwed us over, but maybe they've taught me a whole new way to play the game. Because, I mean, we are absolutely crushing it in the Bundesliga as well. Top of the Bundesliga. And in the round of 16, we are facing Napoli. The dream could end at any second. Man United with a tough challenge of Atletico Madrid. A lot of the players in this team are only getting better with time, though. They're growing quite nicely. Just about everybody is up +1 or 2 overall. Of course, I show Herrera, who goes down -2. But a lot of the typical wonder kids growing nicely, and I'm hoping that serves us brilliantly for this second half of the season and a hopeful Champions League run. First leg here against Napoli. Can we get ourselves through to the quarterfinals in this season? We're 2-1 behind. We're 2-1 behind. Oh no, lads. The challenge comes down to this next game. It all comes down to this. The lads are not looking happy. The wheels are falling off. Are St. Gallo about to claim us and have us defeated in this challenge? Oh God. Here we go. Here goes nothing. It is a 2-0 loss. St. Gallo have pushed us too far. They weren't able to help us get a Champions League title, and we have failed this challenge in the round of 16. St. Gallo, if you challenge me to one of these again, give me an African nation or somewhere where we have more options, or make it longer than 1 season. But I appreciate the challenge. I love being challenged, and I appreciate you guys for sponsoring the video. Lads, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click here to subscribe, click here to watch another video, and click the link in the description to check out St. Gallo for yourselves.